What's up, guys? This is Juan, the trailer guy, with another episode of Full Send. And on today's episode, we're just gonna, how to actually talk to people when you're trying to get something done or need something from them. So stay tuned.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full sin, no edits, cause just go to full sin, and we'll get you done right. Full sin, and we'll get you going right. Full sin, keep it going day and night. And this ain't just a podcast, we get it right and keep it tight.
On today's episode, I'm going to talk on two different things. Basically, when your employees, and not talking about mine, because all our staff is great, but when your employees in general are being rude with customers and when customers are being rude to your employees. So I'm going to touch a little bit based on that because it's happened a lot more than what we think. So on the first thing I'm talking about is when your employee, or whether it's in a grocery store or in a sales room or a mechanic shop or anywhere, but in this particular instance, it happened at a grocery store. And when a customer asked one of the employees there, hey, do y'all mind opening another register? And the employee, who was also a cashier, sat there and told her, well, I'm too busy, and then got back to playing on TikTok. That's not how you treat your customers, because especially in this time of age, or this time that we're living in right now, if they're spending money with you, that's a good thing, because they can be driving somewhere else to spend money with. So I knew the store manager, gave him a call, like, hey, just because I would want somebody to tell me the same thing if my guys were doing the same thing, heads up, you're probably losing customers because your employees are doing this and talking this sort of way with your customers. Basically, one of the register ladies told the customer, you're lucky you weren't talking to me, because if not, I would have fucked you up. And to me, that's not how you talk to customers. Regardless of how pissed off the customer's mad at you or he cussed you out or whatnot, there's a better way to handle it, because you got to put yourself in their shoes. So they're standing in line, because I was standing in line, so I'm pissed the fuck off because I got another register. There should be two more registers open, but both of them are sitting there bullshitting on their phone watching TikTok probably. But talking to your employees and telling them how to be respectful to your customers, go get you a long way, because in return, that customer will come back because you're taking care of them. And on the second flip of that is when you have a customer who's being rude to you. And on this particular instance, I'm not going to mention his name, but there will be an audio clip, hopefully, that Kiefer puts on here with this conversation that I'm talking about.
I mean, with your name,
well, I just stated them.
So like you in this state, that only be in the United States anyway.
It sounds like what?
I said, sounds like with your name, you're Hispanic anyway. That should be on a green card or something.
Sir, I'm going to tell you, if you continue to speak like that, then I will terminate the call.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, have a great day.
And I tried everything I could to help the gentleman out. But I'm sorry, when you sit here and tell me that I'm on a green card and I need to take my ass back basically to Mexico, you can go fuck off. That's just me. Did I tell the customer that? No. But I did tell him in a polite way that if this is how he's going to continue his conversation, we can end the conversation, and he can continue with his chargeback that he was trying to do and we were trying to get resolved. But there's ways to go about every situation on how to talk to the person in the situation you're in, whether the situation is a good thing or a bad thing. You don't want to react off of feelings. You want to step back, gather your thoughts before you speak, because it can put you in a bind. The old me would have probably told this customer to go fuck off. I've done that in the past, and I got in trouble for it. Me now was just more peacefully and told him, you know what, this is how you're going to continue, then, we'll just go our separate ways. But the people who are trying to help, if you're a customer and you want to go get something and it's, you're going to have to work your way through the hoops to get it done. Don't get an attitude with the guy. Don't get mad with the person who's ever on the phone. And the same thing with if you're the other person on the other end. Good job, Kiefer. The other person on the other end, you don't want to, when a customer is talking to you and they're complaining or asking questions about where their stuff's at, you got to put yourself in their shoes. They're spending X amount of dollars with you for X amount of products. And half the time, it's not even on the supply. It's not even the supply issue. It's not even the product going out. It can fall on the hands of it got lost in transit. And the customer doesn't understand that some customers believe that the retail store has full control over how products ship and in the condition they come in. And unfortunately, we don't. And I speak for that on part of ourselves here at the shop, because we ship out a crap load of axles and we send out grease caps on them because we already know they're going to get damaged. But it's simple stuff like that when they're calling for tracking and you see that it's still delayed, just work with them. Understand where they're coming from. Frustration because their business is down because now they had to buy a part. Now you're sitting here and they're talking to you because FedEx lost your stuff, or if not FedEx, Saia, or if not Saia, one of the freight companies or shipping companies. So just be mindful, I would say, when you're dealing with rude customers or just rude people in general. Be mindful of what they're going through. Put yourself in their shoes as a situation they're in, and don't act out of anger, I would say, or frustration. Just gather your thoughts and then act on that. But I wouldn't just recommend just telling somebody to fuck off. And especially if having one of your employees to tell your customer to go fuck off, because that's not cool. You lose money. Nobody makes money. Nobody's happy in that situation. But now this is a short episode. Stay tuned for more to come. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you stream podcasts, TikTok. And if you need any trailer parts, we got axles, springs, U-bolts, anything and everything to do with the trailer. And we got plans for your DIY projects. So I know Father's Day is coming around, so that would be a great project for that. So go ahead and get the Master Catalog book, and that'd be great. But no, if you haven't checked any of my other podcasts out, go ahead and check out one of the other episodes. If not, check out Women in the Trailer Industry. They have a couple episodes they've posted or have done, and great stuff. But other than that, this is Juan, and thanks for watching.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full sin, no edits, cause just go to. Full sin, and we'll get you done right. Full sin, and we'll get you going right. Full sin, keep it going day and night. And this ain't just a podcast, we get it right.